This is the Business of Leadership Series Minute with your host, the best-selling author of Don't Buy a Duck and founder of MarketingStrategyHero.com, Derek Champagne.
Let me ask you this. You talk a little bit about using the information you understand about millennials. I know that's respectful. It's more about understanding, not using, and empowering them. But to boost productivity, to enable them more, what are some tips for that? How does a company understand them and then empower them and boost productivity?
So, I go back to my own thing. I think deep down, I was born in 1980, and I think deep down, I am as probably close to a millennial as you can get. And I go back to one moment where we were leaving our company holiday party, and my wife turned to me and said, this was after, 7 years of being at the same firm, which for me, I don't know if you get it, I'm like ADHD, off the wall, always like on to the next thing.
Sure.
But she turned to me and she goes, "It's amazing that you've been there so long. How do you think they've done it?" And I said, "Julie, they've done it because they've given me a long enough leash that I can actually feel free and entrepreneurial, but they've given me enough structure that I feel like I'm constantly becoming a better human." And that is almost an oxymoron and threading a needle that I think a lot of corporations find very difficult. And, I credit Richard Ward, our CEO, for creating an environment where people like myself can thrive. And so on the other end of it, so that's the type of thing that I'm trying to create within my group, but also what I'm trying to scale with the book. And, okay, so what's that mean? So one of the ideas in the book is this idea of protect your house. And there's a guy, he is Ben Kirshner, who is CEO of a company called Elite SEM, he was called out by Forbes magazine as the #1 boss for millennials. And when I was talking to him about some of these concepts around the book, he introduced to me this idea of protect your house. And that's the true, I think, definition of empowerment, where you push down all of that control to your next layer of employees. And protecting your house means protecting your culture, and having them self-regulate that. But also, I use the example of when Sally goes off to Australia for a month and you have a policy where it's anyone can take vacation as much as they want. Sally comes back and the person that was covering for Sally's like, "All right, Tag, you're it. I'm now going away for a month." And what that does is it creates this environment of self-regulation, but also this idea of protecting your house.
To hear full episodes of the Business Leadership Series, visit blsnow.net.
Derek Champagne here. So many exciting things happening in 2019. Join us. Visit DerekChampagne.com.